Hello dear students, today in this video let's see how to draw histology of liver with HNE pencil. So very first I am drawing this hexagonal liver lobule or hepatic lobule. At the center of this hepatic lobule there is central vein. Here we have to draw central vein at center of this each hepatic lobule. This is interlobular connective tissue septa. In human liver, interlobular connective tissue septa, they are very thin. So now from the central vein radiating these polygonal cells. So these hepatocytes, they are radiating from the central vein toward the periphery. Hepatocytes, they are having multiple sides. So we know it is polygonal. Between these cords or plates of hepatocyte, you can notice the clear spaces are there. These are the sinusoids. Here at the corner of this each hepatic lobule, you can see connective tissue is containing portal vein, hepatic artery, and a bile duct. Bile duct is lined by the cuboidal epithelium. So this is bile duct. This is branch of hepatic artery which is having a regular lumen, while this is portal vein. So this portal triad, it is seen at the angle of this hepatic lobule. Let's label it. These are cords of hepatocytes. So this complete one, it is a hepatic lobule. I am labeling on another side of this diagram. Hepatic lobule. And this is interlobular connective tissue septa. In case of lower animal like quadrupeds like pigs, this interlobular connective tissue septa, they are very thick. While in case of human, interlobular connective tissue septa, they are very thin, and cells of one hepatic lobule, it may appear merging with another hepatic lobule. Now drawing the nuclei which are very well rounded, and many a times you can find two nuclei. So binucleate cells, they are very much common in the liver. Nuclei, they are rounded, euchromatic. Here now you can see this space which is between the two cords of this hepatocyte. These are known as sinusoids. So labeling here, sinusoid. This one is the hepatic artery. Below you can see here larger lumen which is portal vein. Wall is thin of this portal vein, while the cuboidal epithelium lined, this one is the bile ductule, interlobular bile duct. This trio, they are forming a portal triad. So labeling here, portal triad. Actually this area also contains lymph vessel which is started from the space of mole, which we will see later on. However, the lymphatic vessel is not prominently seen, so it appears it's a triad. So we'll draw some more portal triad at the angle of this hepatic lobule. Regular lumen and thick muscles, they are found in the wall of this hepatic artery, while irregular lumen, large lumen, that is of portal vein, while cuboidal epithelium, it is specific of this bile ductule, interlobular bile ductule. We'll complete rest of the hepatic lobules in the similar way. Connective tissue of the liver is made up of reticulin fibers. This connective tissue framework of the liver is formed by the type 3 collagen fibers. If the slide is stained with the silver stain, it can stain this connective tissue framework. Here I am drawing few of these endothelial cells which are lining this tortuous sinusoids. Endothelium, that is not continuous but it is fenestrated, which is having the pores toward the basal lamina. These are endothelial cells having the flat nuclei lining these hepatic sinusoids. So few of the nuclei of endothelial cells of the hepatic sinusoids, they are seen. These are of course squamous epithelium. Labeling here endothelial cells. Liver has a regenerative capacity. These hepatocytes, they regenerate after injury. Now completing this slide, the direction of blood in the hepatic sinusoid is from this portal vein, or you can say from portal periphery toward the central vein. This is because the branch of this hepatic artery and branch of the portal vein, they pour the blood inside this hepatic sinusoid and then it run toward the central vein. In the sinusoid, there is mixing of the blood from hepatic artery, which is oxygenated blood, and portal vein, which is rich in nutrients. So liver is having dual blood supply. Hepatic artery, it supplies oxygenated blood. The central vein, later on, then they unite to form hepatic vein, which ultimately drain into inferior vena cava. So this is how slide appears. Now to understand structural and functional unit of the liver, that is, here you can see this we have drawn just now. This is the hepatic lobule, which is polygonal in shape. This is a portal lobule, which is somewhat triangular in shape, and at the center of which there is branch of portal vein, branch of hepatic artery, and bile ductule, interlobular bile ductule. Next is the liver acinus. Now as we say, liver is a gland, so it's somewhat compared with the acini of the gland. It is having the long axis and the short axis, and this liver acinus is said to have the 3 zones. Now you can see the short axis here like this, and at the end of this long axis there is central vein of the adjacent hepatic lobule. It is somewhat, you can see, elliptical in shape, and zone of this liver acinus, which is near this portal triad, it will get oxygenated blood as it contains branch of hepatic artery. So this is zone 1. Next zone to it, zone 2, and the liver parenchyma or cells which are lying close to central vein, that will get the least oxygen as it is away from this portal triad. So this is zone 3. So this is zone 1, which is having red color, zone 2 in between these two, and zone 3, which is toward the central vein. So these 3 zones are there in the liver acinus. So in case of injury to the liver with toxins, zone 1 cells will be affected more, while in case of injury to liver with which is hypoxic injury, zone 3, which is near central vein, it will be affected. So cells of this region will be affected in case of the hypoxic injury, zone 3, while cells of zone 1, they are affected in injury due to the toxins. So these are structural and functional units of liver: hepatic lobule, portal lobule, and the liver acinus. Now let's see about the structure of this hepatocyte is there. Actually, the hepatocytes, they do not take uniformly pink stain here. This is because they contain the glycogen and granules, and this glycogen granule, they are washed away during the slide preparation with H&E stain. The glycogen, it is nothing but a stored carbohydrate inside the liver cells. Liver cell contains hundreds of peroxisome to detoxify the medicines. Many times here you can see binucleate cells, they are present in the liver. Now you can see each hepatocyte is polygonal, that is having multiple sides. Around 5 to 12 sides, they are present to one hepatic cell. I colored this sinusoid with a red color because it contains the blood of the portal vein and the hepatic artery. This sinusoid, you can see it is lined by this endothelial cell which is fenestrated endothelial cells, and you can see the basal lamina is also fenestrated. Because of this fenestrated nature of endothelial cell lining this sinusoid, this blood from the sinusoid, it can directly come in contact with the hepatocyte. So this surface of the hepatocyte which is near this sinusoid, it shows this, you can see microvilli which help in increasing the surface area of the hepatocyte. There is direct contact of the blood in the sinusoid with the hepatocyte. As a result, the blood of the sinusoid, which is rich in nutrients, as it is carried by portal vein, it is directly coming in contact with hepatocyte, and hepatocyte will absorb and metabolize these nutrients. So this is the sinusoidal surface of the hepatocyte which is showing this microvilli. Space below the endothelium of the sinusoid and above the sinusoidal surface of hepatocyte, this is known as space of Dissay. In embryonic life, in this space there is formation of the blood. So hematopoietic cells are present in embryonic life in this space. In this space, plasma can directly enter and come in contact with the hepatocyte. You can see in this space of Dissay one more cell is there. It is Ito cells. This Ito cell, it has a storage function which stores vitamin A. However, Ito cell, it may convert into fibroblast cell and having a fibroblast like function when there is liver injury, and it will synthesize collagen fibers and take part in scarring, or you can say fibrosis of the liver tissue in case of liver injury, like due to alcoholic liver injury. One more cell is found in the liver. Here you can see which is having multiple processes, that is the Kupffer cell. This Kupffer cell, it is hepatic macrophage and it will engulf the dead cells, the dead RBCs, then bacteria, etc. So this is the Kupffer cell and it lies in hepatic sinusoids. You can see the another surface of the hepatocyte other than this sinusoidal surface which is showing this microvilli. This is intercellular surface. So this is intercellular surface which is showing these tight junctions. Surface of the hepatocyte which is not near the sinusoid, it shows this canalicular surface in which this hepatocyte, it synthesizes the bile. So with the green color I show this canalicular surface. So between the non-sinusoidal surface, here the canalicular surface of the hepatocyte is there. This bile canaliculi, they will unite to form intralobular canaliculi, which later on unite to form interlobular bile ductule, which is present in the portal triad, and later on they will form the bile ducts. So here we can see how the hepatocyte is performing its function, that is by this sinusoidal surface, absorption of nutrient from the portal vein. By this canalicular surface, here it is secreting the bile. Then you can see it's storing the carbohydrate in the form of glycogen granules. It has around hundreds of peroxisomes. Then it is having smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum, which is very much active. So in the space of mole, which is the space between hepatocyte and the intralobular bile duct, in this connective tissue, here there is the formation of lymph take place, and this is the space of mole. Let's have a look on the surfaces of the hepatocyte, which is polygonal in shape: sinusoidal surface, canalicular surface and intercellular surface. While cells of the liver, these are hepatocytes, then Kupffer cell, which is a part of hepatic macrophage, then Ito cell, which is having storage function and it acts as a fibroblast in case of liver injury, then endothelial cells, which are fenestrated cells, then another cell which is present in embryonic life, that is a hematopoietic cells. So this is about the liver histology. Thank you.